So I'm back. So right now, as far as the real estate market is concerned, we are into what they call a shifting market. There's three different cycles to the real estate market. There's a seller's market, there's a buyer's market, and there's also called a balance market. So a seller's market is when there is not that much inventory on the market and there's a bunch of buyers that's available and the inventory is short and that makes the prices of the properties go up in value. And the balanced market is basically what it is, balanced, meaning that you got the same amount of houses versus the same amount of buyers in the market. And a buyer's market is when you have a lot of houses on the market and you only have a few buyers that's out there that's looking to buy. So, in layman's terms, in the seller's market, they a house may stay on the market for it to be a seller's market less than 5 months. A balanced market is anywhere from 5 to 7 months, and then a buyer's market will probably be 7 months or higher. So what that means in elementary terms is that a house could sell within a house that's selling within 5 months is probably considered a seller's market. A balanced market is anywhere between 5 and 7 months, and then a buyer's market is when a house may sit for 7 months until it sells. So right now we in a transition of coming from a seller's market into a balanced market. So I know you guys have been paying attention to what's going on the news. A couple of things that's going on. Number one, gas is too damn high. Yeah, that's right. Gas is high. It's very high. I myself, I spend like $90 filling up my car, which I think is crazy. Also, you hear them talking about, oh, there's gonna be a recession. There's gonna be a recession. For all those people out there who don't know what recession means, and I don't know if it's really gonna happen or not, but recession means that the economy spending is gonna slow down. So that means that you're not gonna see people buying as much stuff as what they're buying now. Also, you've noticed that you keep hearing about they're saying that the Federal Reserve is raising the rates, the interest rates. So that just means that the Federal Reserve Bank is the bank for the United States, and they go in and they meet every now and then, and they go in and they decide if they're gonna raise the interest rates or not, and all each interest rates go together. So those are the three things, four things that's kind of affecting what's going on now. However, I'm gonna show you guys the advantages to selling right now, to buying right now, to renting and investing. So, like I said earlier, I got my Monopoly houses here. I got my checkers. So I'm gonna make this real simple for you guys to understand. So let's just cover what's been going on here lately. So in the sellers market, like I said, there's not a lot of there was not a lot of inventory out there. So for some of you guys that's been out there looking to buy a house, and you go to open house and there's like, I don't know, 20, 30 people coming to open house, and the realtor tell you, hey, there's multiple offers on the property, and that's been happening a lot. So what's been going on here before I say the last year and during the COVID, what's been going on is you have a house, let's say a prime example, that goes up for 600,000, and all of a sudden it end up selling for 700,000 in some cases, or maybe more, maybe less. What's happening is you got multiple people that's bidding on one house, and it's driving the prices up. So, with that being said, that's kind of going away because back a few months ago, what was happening was the interest rate was very, 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 very cheap. It was in the 3%, sometimes the high twos, high threes at the most. So that's I never seen the interest rate be that low, but that's like ridiculously cheap. As some of you guys may know, I was a mortgage broker prior to being in real estate, And back in '07, back when I was a mortgage banker, people were happy to get 6.5% and 7% back in those days. And now we haven't even got to that point yet. But with that being said, they just tell you the difference between now and what happened back in the day. So the Federal Reserve has met, and basically they have raised the interest rates. The interest rates have been climbing since January. They've been going up and up and up and up. And they have been saying that they're going to increase the interest rates a few more times this year. So this is not the end of the interest rates rising. So right now, on average, you can probably get a 5.7% interest rate, somewhere in the ballpark, maybe less, maybe more, somewhere in the ballpark. So what's happening is the person that you saw in December that was looking to buy a house in December at a 3.25, 3.5 interest rate was able to afford a $600,000 house. So now the interest rate has increased to 5.7, somewhere in that range. And what the banks do is when they determine how much mortgage you can afford, they incorporate the interest rate to see what your payments are going to be. So to make you guys understand that even more clearly, so in some situations, some people's mortgages is now going up to $700 to $800 more than what they could actually afford. So let's just say, prime example, if the person that had the $600,000 mortgage, and these numbers are not right, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how this works. That person's mortgage may be $3,000. That was back in December. Now interest rates have went up tremendously, and up to like 5.7, somewhere in that ballpark. And some mortgages is going up to $3,700, $3,800. So that's a big difference in mortgage payments. And now all of a sudden you have people that saying, "Hey, I don't want to buy no more. I don't. Now it's too hot. It's too hot." So the people that's really been suffering from stuff like this is the people that's looking for introductory houses at introductory price. So let's just say you're looking for a house. The average price, let's say, is $500,000, and you were looking to get a house at $500,000. Well, now you raise the rate to 5.7, 5.8, and what's happened is now they not pre-approved for $500,000. They pre-approved for probably $400,000. So now instead of looking at buying a house, you got to look at buying maybe a condo, or maybe a smaller house, or maybe you have to go to a different area, or something to that sort. So since the bank has raised the interest rates, it's made the market slow down tremendously. So what's happening is you have houses that's starting to sit longer on the market because you don't have 20, 30 people that's coming to look at houses. You might get 5, 6, 7 people come to open house versus 6, 7 months ago you might have had 20, 30 people come to open house for one house. So with that being said, if you're looking to sell a house right now, you need to sell it right now. Get a damn speeding ticket right now. And I'm not saying this to glorify anything. I'm just being honest and I'm keeping it real with you. You need to sell now. 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 The reason why you need to sell now, what's going to happen is everybody's getting adjusted to these interest rates. And now you don't see the houses moving as fast. So you're going to see the inventory rise. But now you see the buyers are going away. So instead of, like I said earlier, instead of you having 20 people look at one house, now you got 1 or 2 people that's looking. And what's going to end up happening is some of these houses are going to sit on the market longer. So when you got multiple houses, when you're competing against multiple houses, that's within the realm of what you're looking at. So if it's a, 3-bedroom house, and now is 20 of them on the market versus 2 on the market, guess what? They got to start dropping the prices to be more competitive. Yeah, They got to drop the prices to be more competitive. So here in the past, you didn't really see people doing sellers concessions, and a seller's concession is basically when the seller gives you some type of, maybe they pay towards your closing costs or something like that to make it more attractive. You didn't see that here previously, but now that may start to come back. So now, um, what's going to end up happening is the interest rates have slowed the buying down, so people don't want to buy, and now we're to the point to where you're going to start seeing houses, a lot of more houses going to market. It's going to be more competition, and you can't, and it's no need to be greedy, being greedy. If you're sitting up there looking like, oh well, my neighbor sold their house for 650, I'm gonna get the same thing. That was back in December last year. Nope, don't do that. Do not do that. You need to get what you can get at this point. I'm not saying give away your house, but I'm not saying, but you got to be realistic here because it's not, that's not happening. More than likely, you're gonna probably have to go down a little lower or be more realistic with the price. You might have to even offer some concessions and that type of thing. But if you need to really sell your house right now, you really need to do it immediately. You shouldn't wait, because the longer you wait, the lower, the less you're gonna start getting for your house, and you're gonna start competing with more people. So, if you're trying to sell a house right now, you absolutely need to do it right now. Right now. If you end up waiting 6, 7 months, you'll see the difference in the prices, because you're gonna see the prices go down due to that fact. Now, if you're looking to buy a house at this point, and y'all might think I'm crazy, you need to buy it now. If you're in the market to buy, you need to buy right freaking now. And here's the reason why I say if you're looking to buy, if you were in the market back in December or November last year and you was looking to buy and you got priced out, you need to reconsider and you need to buy right now. The reason why I say you need to buy right now is because the Federal Reserve has announced, they have literally announced that they're going to be raising interest rates even more, at least another 2-3 more times more this year. So people are complaining about 5.7% interest rate, etc. We may get it, it may be in the 7s, 8s, 9s. I don't know. I don't know what the interest rate may be, but it's definitely going to go up. So if if you're in a situation and you need to buy something now, I really strongly suggest that you need to suck it up and you need to buy something right now, because you're gonna hate yourself later that you didn't get a chance to buy nothing at this point. You had a chance to buy something and you didn't, because the rates are gonna go up. Now, how high is gonna go up? If I was a fortune teller, I would be rich right now. But they're already telling you that it's gonna go up. So if you're gonna be buying a property, you should buy it right now. I don't care where you are. If you was in the neighborhood and you done got priced out a little bit, you might want to consider going to a different neighborhood. Or you might want to, instead of getting a 4-bedroom, maybe you get a 3-bedroom and you can settle for that for now. Or maybe you was looking to get a house, maybe you might want to consider getting a condo. I don't know. Or a co-op. Who knows? However, you need to buy right now, because if you wait, yeah, the prices may go down a little bit, but we don't know how high the interest rate's going to go. So if the prices go down another, I don't know, 10%, 15%, the interest rates are going up much higher to make up for that. So even though the prices may go down a little bit later, your mortgage payment is probably going to be cheaper now than it will be later. So if you're looking to buy, you need to buy right now. Now, the other thing I'm going to talk about is renting. Here in New York, what's been going on is that the rents are going up tremendously, like anywhere from 30 to 40%, and I see this every day. And a lot of these landlords are recouping from COVID. A lot of them gave away a lot of months for free. A lot of them were paying brokers fees, etc. That is gone. Kiss goodbye. So you're getting a lot of landlords that's getting 30-40% more on any apartments now. So if you're in a situation, if you're in a rent stabilized apartment, and for what you guys out there that don't know what rent stabilized means, a rent stabilized apartment is regulated by the city or the state, and that just means that when your lease is up, they can only increase it by a small increment. And I'm gonna get back to something here. I'm gonna show you another trick to this. So I think it was like 2 to 3% for like a 1 year lease. If it's a 2 year lease, it's like 4 to 5%. So you might want to reconsider. You might want to sit tight if you're not able to buy right now. If you're renting, and if your rent does go up just a little bit, you should be grateful and thankful that it only just went up just a little bit, because they are, I have seen it myself. They are going up tremendously, and it's not just here in New York. It's all over the place. I got family that live in Dallas. I got family that live in Houston. It's all over California. It's all the rents going up everywhere. So if you get an increase, just pray and hope that it's not as much and your landlord's not being that greedy. But you might want to consider that. However, here's the kicker: if you've been watching the news, so they just passed a bill here in New York City, that they have raised the rent stabilization rates. So instead of it being 2 to 3%, that they can increase the rent, it's not like, I want to say it's 4 to 5% or 6% that they can increase the rent on the 1 year lease. On a 2 year lease, it's more than that. It's probably like 7, 8%. Just look up the numbers and you'll see. So the good thing about that is they can't go to something crazy, so you should be grateful. However, they have even increased that part of renting right now. Is that the rent stabilization laws, they're allowing the landlord to raise the rent a little bit higher than just the little 2% that you used to get before. So if you're renting, you might want to hang tight where you are right now. And if you can buy, it might be best for you to buy, and you can probably buy for the same price that you're renting right now, if you really seriously think about it. So if you're gonna be renting, I would definitely consider the things I just talked about. Now, if you're gonna be investing in any real estate, my suggestion to you is, if you're gonna be taking equity out of your house, you need to do that right away. Yeah, that's right. If you're gonna be taking equity out your house, do it right away. Some of you people already have equity in your property. You made a lot of money during this COVID time, and a lot of the house values have went up tremendously. So you have a lot of equity that you could take out the house, and you can turn around and buy a second property, that may be a rental property. So if you're doing that, you may want to do that like probably right now. And the reason I say that is because when the bank says how much money you can take out, they're gonna look at the value of the house. So eventually you're gonna see the prices go down, and you're not gonna be able to take out as much as what you can probably take out now, before you're gonna see the house values go back down. So you might want to do that right now. It probably would be a good idea to do that right now. Also, another good thing that's to your advantage is, if you're gonna turn around and take equity out to get a rental property, the rents are going up tremendously. So if you turn around and you take some money out and put that towards a rental property that you can rent out and have the rental pay for itself, chances are you'll probably get more income than you probably would ever get if you ever just right before the rates get too high and it's easier for you to do it. So if you're looking to invest in some real estate, if you're gonna take equity out your house, and let me back up for a minute. What I mean by taking equity out your house, let's just say your house is, say you pay $200,000 for it, and now you go to the bank and the bank say your house is worth $250,000. Well, that $50,000, you can take that out the house, and you can turn around and invest that into a new rental property. Now, if you're going to be paying cash for an investment property, I would strongly not suggest you do that right now, because you're going to see the values of properties go down due to the slow in the market. So you'll see the prices go down a little bit, and it'd be better to take that cash and use it towards buying something a little bit later when the prices actually do go down. So if you're paying cash for investment property, I would tell you to wait. If you're gonna take equity out to reinvest it into another property, you may need to do that now. So with that being said, I want to show you guys a little bit what I'm talking about. So if you look down here, I got some checkers and I got some houses. So just to make this simple for you guys, you know, this what basically happened. So let's just say you got one house on the market. This is what a seller's market used to look like. You had all these people looking for one house, one little monopoly house, and this is causing the prices to go up tremendously. So that's what we were in a seller's market, and that was back in before January of this year. The rates were dirt cheap. It was easy to get money. It was cheaper to buy a house at that time, and this what happened. So now what's happening is, and just to make this simple for you guys, now what's happening is the Federal Reserve Bank has came and said, hey, we're gonna raise the interest rates. So now instead of it being 3.25, now it's like 5.7, 5.8. So instead of you having this many people looking for this house, now you got maybe 2, 3 people looking for one house. So it's not as competitive. And what's happening is now you're gonna see the market get back to normal, and now you're gonna see more houses sit on the market longer, and you won't see as many buyers. So what's happening is you'll end up seeing more houses on the market. So let's say you got those still those 3 people that's looking, but now they got an option of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses. So if you got eight homeowners competing against each other, then guess what? This guy say, hey, you know what? Instead of me asking for 600,000, let me go to 575. This one may say, hey, let me do 575 and I'll pay for closing costs or something to that extent, whatever. But you're gonna see that's competing, and they're gonna keep going, and they're gonna keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting, and it's gonna drive the prices down. So this is kind of a simple way to look at what's going on with the market right now. But once again, with the investing, if you're gonna be investing, I would probably invest into a rental property right away if you're gonna be taking equity out now, because you'll be able to get more money out of the house now than versus later. So that's an advantage. That's really what's going on now. So don't let this whole recession thing scare you guys to be like, oh, we in a recession. That just means that the spending has slowed down tremendously, and people are not spending as much money. But you definitely can still make some real estate transactions, and there are some gems. So with that being said, I'm a big fan of Warren Buffett, and one of his saying is, and I'm not saying it right, but it kind of goes something like this: when people get greedy, you get afraid, and when people get afraid, you get greedy. Let me repeat that again. When people get greedy, you get afraid, and when you get afraid, people get greedy. So what he's basically saying is, if you're on the seller side, and doing last year, if you're on the seller side and you could sell your house for 40, 50, 60, $70,000 more, or whatever, that was your chance to get greedy and get what you can out the market. And on the other side, if you're on the buyer side, that's when you should be a little afraid, because you're going to end up paying a little bit too much. In some instances, some people did pay too much. However, the flip side to that is, now you're going to see the market turn the opposite direction. So now you're going to start seeing buyers now should be getting greedy, and the seller should be a little afraid. So that's why you need to hurry up and make a move now. So what I'm saying about buyers should be getting greedy, if you're one of those people that's able to, you got cash and you're able to buy several properties, the time now is right now to buy. The time is right now. and you should buy several properties if you can, because this is what's going to happen. The market is going to recorrect itself, because the real estate market is just like the stock market. It goes up and it goes down, it goes up and it goes down. So basically, we were doing this last year. We was going up, and now they got the interest rates, and now we in the balanced part of it to where it's kind of recorrecting itself, and now you're gonna start seeing it go back down. So, with that being said, I hope I made this very simple for you guys to understand, because I know some of my people, they don't really get what's going on. Don't be afraid of the recession. If you're able to buy right now, if you're selling, you need to hurry up and sell it. If you need to sell, you need to hurry up and sell it now. Just go on and sell it now. Don't wait. Because if you wait, you're not going to get as much as what you were looking to get. And don't be greedy when it comes down to selling your house and trying to get more and more and more. Put it down for a reasonable amount, and sell it for a reasonable amount that you can sell it for, and get what you can out the market. It's not the time to be, hey, I want to get $50,000 more. I just turned on a listing last month because I had a seller that wanted to get $50,000 more, but she's comparing what the person got back in December. Nah, I didn't take it. And guess what? If she puts it on the market, she's probably gonna be stuck when she should have just hurry up and put it on the market and priced it where I thought she should have priced it, to where she could have got it sold quick and could have just got out. So I hope this helps somebody today. I know I haven't been on YouTube and Facebook and stuff on a while, but I figured I need to really do this because I've been getting a lot of people that's been asking me what's going on, and I got people some of you guys are afraid. Some people don't know what the hell is going on. All they know is that they probably paying double of what they paying for to fill up their car, because I'm one of those. And you hearing about these interest rates going up, and up, and you don't really know what that means. But basically, they just raising what the economy is doing. What the Federal Reserve Bank is doing is they're trying to slow the spending down. So that's why they're raising the interest rates up, so they can slow down some of the spending, because this needed to be done. As much as I hate to say it, but it's really true, because it was to the point to where if you want to buy a house, you had to go put in multiple offers and had to be prepared to pay, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 more than what the house is really worth. And the only person that really that's really benefiting from that is the person that's got money in the bank, that's able to stomach to put more money down. Also, last thing, you people that have the FHA mortgages, or you want to put down 5% and you got priced out the market, you need to get back in the market right now as we speak, because now you're gonna see sellers willing to take somebody that has a down payment of 3.5% to 5% now, because you don't have as much competition as you had before. Versus if you would have did that back in November, I would have told you need to have a little bit more money to put down, just in case that we end up going over on the price. But now you're probably not gonna see any houses going, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 over ask, unless it's just priced way, way, way under market, which I'm sure that you probably won't really see that. So if you got an FHA mortgage and you want to put down, whatever, or you got a VA loan, you need to reconsider and get in now, because if you end up waiting a few months when the prices go down, the rates I don't know what the rates are gonna go to. So my suggestion to you is just do this now, and don't wait. And if you're selling, you need to do it right now. Like, you need to sell now. And I'm not saying it for my monetary value. I'm just saying it just to help anybody I can help. And I don't care where you live at. If you live in Louisiana, where I'm originally from, and you listen to this, if you live in Texas, California, this is what's going on all over the United States. This is not just a New York thing. This is a everywhere thing in most cases. So you guys definitely need to pay attention to what's going on, and let's just pray and hope that these gas prices go down and they get more stable, so we can go back to the good old days, I just remember when gas was $3 a gallon, and we were complaining about that. And now we paying. I put $5.69 per gallon in my car the other day, and I'm grateful for that. So it could be worse because I see some people in California just spending $7-8 a gallon. So it can always be worse. So listen, I hope I helped somebody today. Please share my video to anybody that you know that may need this. I try not to make this long, but I wanted to explain it to you where you guys can understand exactly what I'm saying. If you got questions, you can always call me. My number is 646-470-2787. Also, you can email me at rsalsberry@kw.com. That's rsalsberry @kw.com. Or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram, or if you want to message me through YouTube, but we can do that as well. So listen, guys, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day, and remember, just because they say recession and interest rates are going up, there is plenty of opportunity out there for people that wants to make a move. Do not be afraid of what's going on right now. Please don't. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed day.